I also have some super sad news. Hey everyone, it is July and Ben has something to show you. He did some work on the kitchen today and we've got a backsplash and we've got a cup rinser thing. And the cover for the sink. Yay! Let's go check it out. Well, first off, we'll show off the beautiful flowers from the garden. We've got a unicorn zinnia. I think this is a precious metal zinnia. All of these are zinnias, by the way, but lots of cute ones. But anyway, this is the backsplash. Those are onions from the garden, but it's really nice. Beautiful. So this is a shot right here of everything that was done. You did it!
Yay!
Good job!
Inside construction work.
In the heat of the summer.
Also finally got some of our trim installed. We just have a few little kind of detailing pieces left. We haven't done like the wood putty and kind of finishing touches on it, but finally got the baseboards installed after probably like 4 months of living without them in the living room. So
I don't know, it's been more than that.
Yeah,
because
maybe
think
more
about
than
like December we were in here living and way before that.
Yeah, but finally making some inside progress now that it's too hot to work outside in the middle of the day. So
Yeah. Floor's a little dirty, but there it is. Handmade, technically.
Yeah.
All of it. And hand painted by Ben. I don't think I've ever told anybody that she's living with us full time now. Autumn?
CP.
She's out here with the big kids. And she's just so sweet. She loves getting scritches, but then she rolls off of the windowsill. Autumn. I also randomly started making these the other day. This is my second and final batch because we ran out of ingredients. Like little egg bites. So basically I use a muffin tin and it's just tortilla and then vegan cheese, impossible sausage, or is it beyond sausage?
It's impossible.
Okay, and then
Just egg.
just egg on top. And it's just, they're so good. They're so good. I think we bake them for a little over 20 minutes at 350, but they're really simple to make and delicious. Ignore the mess that is my office. I wanted to show off our Patreon cards for July. Well, not July, for summer. We I talk about this all the time. On our Patreon for the sanctuary, we have a tier where you get a quarterly card or a seasonal card, so it comes four times a year every season, and this is our summer card. Spoiler, they'll be sent out by the time this video comes out because I'm very well aware I'm very late on editing. I'm still editing, I think, March's vlog. It's fine. It's fine. We've been a little busy. But anyway, so cute. We have Lily and we have Papaya on the front. And then, of course, I just write something here in the inside. And then we have our logo on the back. But I need to figure out what I'm going to write today so we can get these out. They are technically behind because I aim to send them out at, like, the season change. So, like, June 21st or something, 22nd was summer, the first day of summer. I didn't even have this picture taken by then, so I try to get it out in time, but like there's no deadline. If it comes in the season, it comes in the season. I'm getting the 4 cards out a year. So we have this card, and if you're interested in supporting the sanctuary, which we are in desperate need of any and all help, you can sign up on our Patreon. It's just patreon.com/wildpinesanctuary. You can find it on our website. And we do like weekly updates And you know, you'll be the first to know about rescues and projects and all of that stuff, as well as different items for different tiers. Like there's stickers, there's cards, there's the highest tier is like a yearly tour of the sanctuary, like all kinds of stuff. So if you're interested, definitely check it out. All of our, well, I don't want to, our goal for the end of this year is to get enough Patreon members to cover our monthly food bill in its entirety. Right now we're at the halfway point. We've kind of been stuck at the halfway point for a while, so any and all help is appreciated. And obviously that's not including like vet bills and medicines and enrichment and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, enough about the sanctuary, even though I feel like I'm always talking about it because it is my life. But actually, I shouldn't say enough about the sanctuary, because I'm just gonna like wave this around for the duration of this clip. We started the July food fundraiser to cover the remainder of the food costs, right? So if we're only bringing in half the amount, we need to raise for the other half. So I just started fundraising for that, which was kind of a flop. We haven't gotten any donations for that. But we've now hit July, so we're in this huge heat wave right now, and everybody's suffering. We try to bring the dogs inside, like the Briar and Samson. We have extra dogs out there though, because there's Lady and Lucy that we can't bring inside. There's just too many. Like, they won't get along with cats, so we can't have them in the house, and also they're not house trained, but that doesn't really matter when it comes to like well-being. But we don't want to put anybody, like the dogs won't all get along. It's just like a whole thing. So basically we're doing an emergency heat wave fundraiser. That's just touching on the dogs, not to mention the chickens. The ducks are fine, they're always swimming. But they do have some stress moments when they're not swimming, when they're just relaxing and they're very hot. The bunnies are kind of, I don't want to say suffering, but it's been very hard keeping everybody cool because we're constantly rotating waters and ice packs and fans. So I put out an emergency fundraiser last night for the heat wave, and we're trying to either raise funds or, you know, get the items sent off of our wish list for extra fans, like big industrial fans, some AC units, like portable ones, because we don't have the size window that a window unit would fit, and shade cloths. We really need to keep our goats cool with shade cloths and a fan. And the rabbits need the AC units really badly, because the rabbit houses, the sheds, keep very cool with the insulation and everything. But there's a point in the day, probably around like 3, when it just gets kind of uncontrollable in terms of temperature. So the fans aren't really cutting it anymore. And obviously we can't bring all 11 rabbits, 3 goats, and you know what I mean. We can't bring everybody inside because this place is very small. Right now we can only obviously keep the cats in here with Everest, Hurley, Samson, and Briar, but they only come in during the day. And it's already difficult with Samson and Hurley because sometimes they don't get along, especially when like food is involved. So we have to be very careful with everything. It'll just be best if we can fundraise for these items that we need, or, you know, again, get them donated to us, or if somebody has extra and they can send our way. So far it's been successful. We obviously aren't at our goal yet, but we did have 2 people reach out to us last night after I posted it and ask if they could, you know, well, one sent fans to our local hardware store, and the other one has shipped one off of our Amazon wish list. So we're very fortunate to have amazing donors that can help us in that way. We still haven't had much luck with the AC units, which I think are probably one of the top tier, because we do, you know, we have to constantly be watching those rabbit shed numbers in terms of temperature. But we are on top of it. That's been my life. It's like I'll work for an hour and then I'll go check on the animals, then I work for a little bit. We have cameras going, we're watching everybody, electrolytes are everywhere. It's just a lot. So that's been the most of July so far, and it's been a little chaotic and I'm exhausted. But yeah, we were looking at the weather and it seems like it's just gonna get worse and worse and hotter, so can't wait for that. But hopefully we'll have a lot more luck. Maybe today I'll do a couple videos and stories and all kinds of stuff to try to get some funds raised. And hopefully we can at least pay for a portion of an AC unit or something. But we have 2 sheds going right now, so. Anyway, enough babbling about the sanctuary. Like I said, it is my life, so I must talk about it for hours. I'm gonna go get a little bit of work done and hopefully figure out what I'm gonna write up in these cards. And Ben's at the garden right now. He's just, I think he's watering because we got our first rain in a really long time the other day and it was really nice, but back to it not having rain. So anyway, I have all the dogs in here, and in about a couple hours we'll probably bring Samson and Briar back over. We're just doing that we're gonna be doing that every afternoon as needed. Like, they like to stay outside and watch over everything, but if it's hot enough, which we've had a heat advisory every day for like 2 weeks now, so it's been rough. Good morning, y'all. I'm about to start work. Ben just headed out to, I think he's doing something with compost and doing some grass mowing and whatnot. Timber is going crazy, but I'm actually gonna start off the day with opening this. This is, if you guys don't care about my toy channel at all, just fast forward a little bit. But these Mini-verse Mega Mini Sriracha balls, they were they only made 500 or sold 500 of them, so I'm gonna open one of those. Oh my goodness, what is happening back there? Anyway, I'm gonna get started on that, and hopefully I kind of want to do a little bit more toy filming. I don't have many PR packages right now to film, but I do have a handful coming in, and I need to clean out some of my older stuff. But I also got some stuff put together for like the Mini-verse recall that I had to send back, and I started writing out those summer Patreon cards. Still working on that. We don't have a ton to write every month. I mean, it's like it's definitely less than 20, but it's still like a lot of work. Anyway, I'm not sure if there's anything else I need to update y'all on. Ben did a little bit of work on the thresholds here. These door thresholds, they weren't done before, so now they're done. Well, the bathroom one's not done. It's a little more complicated, and I think he needs to figure that out. And let's see, I'm just trying to think of other things that we have done in the past. We haven't really done much. We've been doing a lot of gardening. I've been wanting to take you guys out to the garden, but we're always kind of in such a rush in the morning before the heat hits because it's been hot. I've told you that. But it is going to be a really, really hot day today. So we are gonna get some cooler weather, like higher mid 80s these next couple of days, along with hopefully some rain, and then maybe I'll actually get a chance to take you guys outside. But anyway, I'm gonna go get started and I'll talk to y'all soon. I am. Hello. Such a sweet girl. Hey y'all, so I was editing April or May's vlog. Yes, I am behind. You know that if you're watching this, like, well, you might not know it. It's fine. Anyway, I'm behind in editing. So I was editing those vlogs and I realized, I think it was April, I had shown you our newest rescue, who is Theodore, the rooster. I feel that I should tell you he is no longer with us. He lived with us for about 2 months and then he unexpectedly passed away. Really? You're really growling. He unexpectedly passed away one morning in June, or one evening in June. But just wanted to share that with you guys in case you don't follow our sanctuary. I also have some super sad news today. This is just like a heavy clip. It's July 26th, I think. Yeah, because it's almost July 27th. July 26th. And this morning we found Melody, our non-releasable opossum, had passed away. Opossums don't live very long in captivity or in the wild, even less in the wild. So she would have been, her rescue-versary is in September 27th actually. We share, well, my birthday, we picked her up on my birthday. And she was already about a few months old, so we guesstimate about 2-3 months old, I think. I don't know. But that puts her at around 2 years old, and that's pretty much as good as you're gonna get with an opossum. Like OP didn't live more than 1.5 years, I don't think. So she lived with us for quite a long time, and she was just so old. And I'm so sad. I love that girl. I mean, I love all of my animals, but you know, I just love her so much. So this morning we buried her in the memorial garden, and I just finished making a Patreon post about it, and then I'll publicly post about it probably tomorrow or the next day when I feel a little bit better. But I'm gonna go for a little stroll, and then I actually do need to get to work because there's a lot of stuff that needs done. A new Sims expansion pack came out yesterday. Also, I feel like I'm so washed out in this clip. But anyway, the expansion pack was released yesterday, so I have a lot of work to do with that. I have members videos that I gotta do for the channel members on Ohcluck games. Plus, I've got a lot of toy stuff to do because it is like toy season, if you will, where all of the new holiday toys come out. Yes, I know it's early. It happens every year at the end of June, beginning of August. So I have my day filled, and then tomorrow morning I have a volunteer group coming, just 2 people, till noon, and then I'll probably have to get to work again after that because I have so much stuff, but I do kind of want to. I mean, I kind of took a minute this morning, kind of a little bit of easy work, but everything just keeps going, right? So we will miss Melody so very much. But I think maybe one day, she was our last like non-releasable wildlife that we had in our care. And I love opossums so much. And when we have more space and better amenities, which I hope will happen in the next at least 5 years, we'll be able to welcome some new opossums into the sanctuary. Not necessarily non-releasables, but you know, releasables, as well as maybe a non-releasable someday. I just love them so much. Opossums are the most amazing misunderstood creatures. So anyway, I'm gonna go on a small stroll, and then I will be getting to work. So I don't know if I'll vlog anymore today, but hopefully we'll see you again before the end of the month.
Taking the dogs on a little walk and gonna go check the garden to see if we got anything to harvest. We just got a good bit of rain over the last day or two. So hopefully we'll have some flowers and maybe some veggies to get. Let's go. Here's some of the flowers, all zinnias that I was able to get before it started pouring rain on me.